Serious. Women of Reddit. What uncommon red flags in women should men be on the lookout for? Narcissism. Not seeing a problem with their mistakes or owning up to them, having anger issues and justifying them. She won't allow you to speak or have other female friends. She wants you to pay for the meal on dates. She expects expensive gifts. She talks trash about other girls. Always deflecting the blame when you confront her about any sort of issue, no matter if directly caused by her or not. Women who think it's okay to physically harm men. If she's trying to stir up drama just so the relationship can be fun. I saw this with a former friend. Spicing things up as a couple is all good. But if she's stirring up the pot by letting other guys flirt with her just so you can play jealous boyfriend so you can rescue her from a situation she started as if it's some movie or something, stay away from her. Demanding access to your phone, passwords. That isn't normal behavior. Everyone is entitled to their own privacy. If you notice she lies a lot to other PPL, even small ones, it means that lying is a way she deals with things, and that's not gonna work well in a relationship. Someone who holds grudges and is passive-aggressive and/or petty. Whenever you meet someone like this, it's usually a clear sign that they're immature and have poor communication skills, which is a big red flag for any relationship, romantic or otherwise. If she puts you down around others as a joke, shows total disrespect and the need to look good at the expense of hurting others. If you have a gut feeling that another guy is getting too close with her girl, and no matter how hard you try it doesn't go away, you're probably right about the guy. Intuition is powerful. Sit down with her girl and tell her how you feel, and try and discuss boundaries. Don't let it build up and bubble into an argument. This post is 1 hour old and I've already seen 6 red flags that my GF does shit. The need to document everything on social media. I don't know if it's uncommon, but I've seen it ignored too often. I didn't do that, and if I did it's not that bad, you just took it wrong, and if it is that bad, it's not bad compared to stuff you've done. You do it too, and if it was, well, it's over now. Why are you dwelling on the past? I knew a woman who was bonkers. She expected her boyfriend to read her mind. Yes means no, no means extra fries, and would punish him when he didn't behave accordingly. She was also ridiculously hot and frequently joked that her boyfriend was out of his league. Prior to me not being around her anymore, her boyfriend had gone to Starbucks and asked what she wanted. She said she didn't want anything, so he didn't get anything. According to her, he should have known that, oh, nothing for me, meant a large soy vanilla latte with caramel drizzle. As such, she put him on the silent treatment for 3 weeks. They lived together, but she was making him sleep in the guest room as she was only coming out of the bedroom to go to work. What about food? You ask. He was ordering her favorites from DoorDash every night and leaving them outside the bedroom door and picking up the trash when she'd throw it back out the bedroom door. So if she's hot, if she's so fucking hot and the sex is mind-blowing, but the trade-off is she has a dream about you cheating, so she intentionally breaks your Xbox and won't tell you why, run. Trying to change you and mocking your hobbies, friends. Unless you have no personal hygiene and your friends are criminals, they should be accepting of you, not who they want you to be. When she makes you agree to her every opinion, regardless of right or wrong, or you get guilt-tripped when she have expectations, standards on manly behavior, like not crying. Pretends to be helpless and needs a man to do everything for her instead. 1. Two sides of the same coin here. Can't accept they've said or done something wrong, or are constantly saying things like, oops, I'm sorry. I'm so dumb, sad face. Sorry you have to be with someone so stupid. Neither of these people will ever take real responsibility for anything going wrong. The first thinks they can do no wrong, and the second thinks you should be comforting her because she's sad and stupid and said sorry, so you should get over it already. 2. Also run from everyone that constantly expects you to pick sides in arguments. They used to be Team Edward, Jacob girls and never grew out of it, which means you can expect drama. 3. Never complimenting you. You should be putting some effort into looking and smelling good for this woman, and if she never mentions you looking or smelling good, move on. It's all about her in her mind. Expecting you to hit someone with no physical threat to them. These women generally won't accept anything less like distancing yourself from people who verbally abuse her, or having a word with them to stop. You will end up in jail or sued. Too much jealousy. If she's trying to monitor who you are seeing, who you are texting, where you are going. It doesn't matter how much you try to prove yourself to her, it will never be enough. Making you take many selfies, even when you're not having a good day, to post on social media. She cares more about what others think about the relationship than you do. Women who believe that women can inflict violence or real harm, physical or otherwise, even if it doesn't mean she'll be abusive, per se. People who don't see themselves as capable of doing, saying harmful things probably won't respect your boundaries and at best won't take responsibility if they do hurt or offend you. Here's a non-gender specific piece of dating advice. Don't date sociopaths. Laying on a guilt trip if you're going out with your friends and she's not invited. Everyone needs time apart to hang out with their people. Edit. While we went to work and came back to all of this. Thanks, everyone. And, thank you for the award. I wish you all well. Trying to change you and guilt tripping. IDK if uncommon or not, but please forgive me. If a woman is passive aggressive, please run. Anybody who can't speak their minds on something, you'll be miserable. If she says she's on the pill and you never see her take it or any proof of birth control. I used to have a friend that would always say she was on the pill but wasn't. She wanted a baby woman facepalming edited to add C proof. End spelling. If she is uncomfortable around other women. Women who feel threatened as soon as another woman is around have deep-rooted issues you do not want to deal with. Lol OFC. Some sprinkle of protectiveness and sly jealousy is acceptable in relationships, but when it's irrational and she can have female friends without talking shit about them for free, red flag. God. So many. One of my best friends broke up with his girlfriend of 7 years recently, and she was a conglomeration of red flags. Could not handle doing any chore on her own. If the vacuum stopped working, she would throw a fit and have a meltdown about having to buy a new vacuum. It just needed to be emptied and cleaned. Ruins important events. She ignored him at my wedding BC. She wasn't getting enough attention and basically made the day very hard for him. They were both in the wedding party and he was the best man. Double standards on jealousy. Got upset when he had female friends and hung out with them alone. But she's bi and flirts with women all the time but never saw the issue. This all became emotionally abusive in the end. Then when he was trying to help her shower with a broken foot, she was so upset about not being able to do it herself, that she punched him in the gut. When he broke up with her a few months after that, she asked, "How much did you tell our friends?" Don't stay with someone who can't even be an adult by themselves. If she gets jealous whenever she's not the sole source of your joy, happiness, everything you can think of in an abusive relationship. You can't have friends or speak to your family because you're with me. I told you not to dress like that. Honey, don't eat that. I don't like it, and much more I can't remember. Just remember, if you don't feel loved or feel unsafe, get out of there as soon as possible. You should feel safe with your partner, not controlled or unloved. Edit. Reworded. One-uppers. Though had my dad taken this advice I would not exist. I told my mom last night about the debilitating arm pain I get from a spine problem. Mentioned I will be getting spine surgery in the coming months. Her response. That was like when I got sepsis 2 years ago and I was in so much pain. End of conversation.
Seems to be much the same red flags as with us men really, based on the posts I'm seeing.
If she's got nothing going on in her life except you, expects you to fill all of her needs, isolating you from those you love. My brother's ex-GF used to always pull the, "I don't want to go but you can if you want." And it always left him feeling like he was picking between his family and his GF. When you're with someone you're also with those that are most important to them. If she's not willing to admit her faults and apologize, if she treats waitstaff or staff in general poorly, if she guilts you for having time and relationships outside of her, if she expects you to pay for everything. You're in a relationship, not a bank and a client. If she is constantly trying to change you and gets mad when you don't change the way she wants, using your relationship as a card against you, it shouldn't be thrown in your face. Even just constantly reminding you about the state of your relationship is icky. When she constantly traps you in difficult situations, like asking if she or her friend are prettier, shit like that. Sometimes they're just looking to stir shit and there's no right answer. Just run, man. If I ever hear the phrase, queen energy, she volunteers you for stuff and then tells you about it later and you are expected to go, help. If she's always trying to change you, the way to talk, walk, eat, dress, etc., run. Nothing will ever be good enough for her, promise you that. Anything remotely similar to anything at our female dating strategy. There are a few ones. The ones who never message first equals they will never make the effort to be in contact too. The ones that put other girls down to seem like the better person equals I don't need to explain 3. The ones that keep messaging other guys multiple times at the same time equals they won't view you as a priority 4. The ones that are rude to their parents when their parents are actually nice equals don't need to explain 5. The ones that get others into drinks, drugs or drama, I like to call it the 3 Ds.
I knew a woman who could never just order off the menu and eat what showed up. Every order, something had to be changed, and when the food arrived, it was never right. I understand she had preferences. But in the 6 or 8 years I knew this person, we never once had a drama-free meal.
This is early into dating, but if she makes excuses constantly that she's busy or has to cancel last minute when making plans, but then will proceed to hit you up if she needs something. I understand being busy, but goddamn, some women don't get that people lose interest fast when you keep doing this. Wow, reading these, I realized I used to be the crappiest girlfriend ever. Edit. Thank you all for your warm and encouraging replies. We all do stupid things when we're young and don't know better. However, youth shouldn't be used as an excuse for hurting someone either. While I cannot change my past self, I am going to work hard not to take her into my future relationships. Women who put down other women. If she is always insulting, being nasty about other women to you, that's a red flag. It shows a lack of self-esteem and jealousy issues. Constantly making you feel like you need to earn their trust. I am talking about even after being in a relationship for a while and not ever doing anything to them that showed you to be unworthy of trust. If they had any previous trauma that generally makes them distrustful towards others, it's understandable. But if it's something akin to them just wanting you to prove your worth, run. Double standards under the guise of feminism. I know some women who do some really shitty things that they wouldn't tolerate from their partners but okay it for themselves, claiming it's feminist, and if you disagree then you're a sexist pig. Run from women who wield feminism as a weapon rather than something to put you both on the same level. Participating in an MLM. Hitting you. I don't care if you're a big guy and she's much smaller than you. No one. Male, female, non-binary, gender fluid. I don't care. No one should lay hands on you. If she hits you once, she'll do it again. Get out and never look back. Constantly complaining about hobbies. It's basically being down bad for someone that is using you. I think men fall into it more easily than women. If you're in the dating stage, and you find yourself eating every meal together, talking on the phone all night every night, going on trips with just the two of you, bringing her lunch to work because she asked, and basically doing every couple activity there is. If you officially ask her out and she says no, she just wants to stay friends, don't. Absolutely drop that person. You were already her boyfriend, bro. She just wanted it without the commitment. I've seen too many guy friends fall for this. If she tries to physically injure you when you get her Starbucks order wrong. She cheated on her BF to be with you. You're next. Side note. My friend currently is allowed 2 days, up till like 8 p.m., where he can have personal time by his GF's allocation. Is that weird to anyone else? Edit. Thanks for the feedback and love, folks. It's actually my birthday. Pinched fingers. I don't understand why some women like to test their partners. Communicate. Now, there's a difference between her counting days between spontaneous romantic gestures, and her not reminding you it's almost your anniversary. If you walk away feeling depleted after spending time with her, making decisions on your behalf without asking, including what you will eat, wear or do, picking arguments, being a drama queen. The ones that play games like, I don't want anything for Valentine's Day, gets nothing on Valentine's Day asterisk, oh, why didn't my boyfriend buy something for me? And then get really angry. Be fucking honest. Don't play games like a team. Slowly removing friends and family while making it seem as if it's in your best interests. Also not wanting to admit faults or have excuses for their behaviors. Major red flag that you might be dealing with narcissism. Exaggerated self-importance, excessive admiration for themselves, might seem like positive aspects to have, but are really major red flags. If it starts feeling like your relationship revolves around their happiness, run. Constantly putting down other women. Women that are way too socially political. It's mentally and emotionally draining to walk around eggshells with them. And also from my experience, they're the ones that are the most hypocritical shit talkers I've ever seen. Watch your back with these women. When she offers to do nice favors for you without your agreement and then expects tenfold in return. This is a manipulation tactic that can turn abusive. Poor money management. Having money for extras like manicures, expensive makeup, etc., but then being shocked and stressed when her car needs a repair because of the expense. Someday those will be your responsibilities if you stay with her. Whenever she asks a question that you both know will end up in a fight, especially those questions where she knows it will spark an ugly emotion like about your past relationships and some sorts. If she is routinely drinking wine out of a coffee cup at 10 a.m., that is a red flag. When she tends to get into arguments then expects you to come to her defense constantly. I, 43F, hate women like this. She's always the victim. When you meet her she has a very sob story about how horrible life has been to her. Up until that moment everyone has been abusive. Every boss has been horrible. Every friend has betrayed her. Literally no positive moments in her life to share. No good days to remember. Every time I meet someone who dates a woman like this, in 6 months the woman actually turns into a manipulative control freak who blames you for everything or is actually a con artist trying to get something out of you. And you're so caught up in saving her that you let the abuse slide because she's been through so much and has a hard time trusting or whatever gaslighting bullshit she shared. Life sucks for a lot of us all the time, but 100% of everyone you ever met is an evil person? Avoid them please. And these relationships have either ended up badly for the PPL I know, or they are trapped in abusive marriages contemplating self-harm. If you're having a lot of issues in the relationship and when you really think about it, as much as you say she's smart, funny, the only reason you're putting up with all the negatives is that she's hot, and that's really the only thing holding up against the negatives. A lot of hot girls grow up in a distorted world where people will act like yes men because they're beautiful and never have to self-reflect. As a result, she'll treat you like crap because she knows that you'll put up with whatever she throws at you because she's hot. Especially if there's a beauty disparity. It may be fun for a while, but as things go on the sex will dial down and the terrible behavior will remain. Not worth it. She's never been single. Run. Because she can't be a full human unless she's got a partner. Unhealthy codependency. If she always plays the victim to get her way, very manipulative. Women who'll date you under the presumption that you're going to change. Change is natural, but they'll think they can fix you. If she makes fun of your biggest insecurities in front of other people for a laugh, location flag. Women who think they can get away with certain things solely because they are women but would leave you for the doing the same. Yelling, hitting, degrading you, silent treatment, keeping you from friends, etc. Women who follow rules for dating. I have a friend who follows rules from Sex and the City. If she's dating someone, they have to move in together at the 6-month mark, engaged at 1 year, etc. It always ends in disaster, and she's so focused on meeting those goals without paying attention to how her partner feels about any of it. I genuinely think the whole self-proclaimed crazy bitch thing is a giant red flag. If she doesn't let you be friends, be around other women, if she demands to see your phone, if she threatens you a lot, even if it's jokes, those are all really toxic to me. Reading these makes me feel a bit better about a decision I recently made. She has no hobbies. Binging alcohol and Netflix is not a hobby. The only way she knows how to make conversation is to complain about something. Little late, but trust me on this one, someone who constantly does things you have repeatedly said makes you uncomfortable. All the "oh stop being so controlling" BS is getting kinda old because the boundaries are blurring. If she has no respect for you or your boundaries, run away. Testing, playing games. That's manipulation. Edit. I meant mind games, like, if you really loved me, you'd do this and this for me, and such. Pick me vibes. All that, I'm not like other girls, shit. I've never met another woman who said that who wasn't extremely immature and unempathetic. Most of us left that shit behind in high school. Alcoholism is a huge red flag as you get older. We are in our 30s. She drinks herself to sleep 3/4 nights a week. It's because she can't cope with her job, or she's just having fun, or some other excuse. What's worse, is that she's a mean drunk. This mean personality bleeds through when she gets depressed or starts having fun and lets her guard down. She's burned multiple bridges with people I value, and I find myself doing damage control at least twice a week. It's exhausting. I'm so tired of this situation. She can't do anything alone. If a woman takes pride in manipulation, run. I had a friend who would brag to me about being able to control people and situations with ease. She was a nightmare, never admitted to anything she did wrong, thought she was better than everyone, and whenever she was called out on any of the behavior she would turn around and blame it on ma mental health, trauma. Wah. Pity me. I'm the victim. Like no one ever saw through her bullshit as her trying to manipulate the situation. Edit. I'm glad most of you guys got out of relationships with women like this. If you are currently having to deal with people like this who take pride in their manipulation of you and others, I truthfully wish you the best. And please believe that you deserve better than being played, manipulated, taken advantage of, made to doubt yourself. Whatever you want to call it. Having to always be right. It's kind of a joke like, haha, my wife's always right. Can't cross her. But that's horribly toxic behavior and destroys any chance at productive communication. If she is in relationship with someone else and wants to get involved with you as a way to exit, more red flags if she's done that before. If she's never been single, serial monogamists often struggle to be who they are. Always drama, family, friends, job, etc. Hits you. Domestic violence is domestic violence. If you can't spend time with your friends or family without her. If they treat you like a pet whose only job is to make her happy, buy her things, and give her attention, while she does the bare minimum in return. If she holds you under a scrutinous gaze, looking for everything you do wrong. Or if she plays stupid games instead of communicating. Or basically if she does half the shit you see on TikTok. If she tries to make you feel guilty for wanting some alone time or for spending time with friends or family. If she degrades your hobbies or interests to try to dissuade you from taking time to do those things. If she withholds intimate relations as punishment for XYZ, that's not normal or okay. I am high maintenance means nothing but drama. Romanticizing being a psycho. It's not cute, it's a massive red flag. Constantly hitting you up for money, making fun of you or your friends, sulking, pouting when you want to do something without her, getting drunk often, too much marking behavior, constant couple selfies, gifts that you're required to wear, use. Wants to move in too quickly. If she seems a little too eager to let you make decisions or rarely disagrees with you. If every one of her exes is crazy, look at the common denominator, and don't date her. When she gets way too possessive, aka doing everything in her power to keep you around. At some point SGE can make it so if you try to leave, she will have you arrested. Women can be desperate. She's always the victim in her stories, never the villain or the one who fucked something up. Not letting you have girlfriends. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.